So we got a question the other day in one of our lives with our community about, can a maker be a millionaire, right? Because there's all this overwhelm a lot of times where you're like, I'd love to grow $1 million business, but my own two hands cannot possibly make $1 million worth of product. Hey, I'm Jacqueline and this is Mina, and we are the founders of The Product Boss and co-hosts of The Product Boss podcast.
Right. And so a lot of our community will hear this kind of sneak up on a lot of us, and that is, can makers be millionaires? Can you make enough product with your own hands in order to be $1 million business? And we are here to tell you, yes, you can, and here is how you do it.
Right. So we've seen it happen. Now, this is the biggest shift I think that you have to make as a maker in your brain. A lot of times you think, if I'm going to scale, it has to be my own two physical hands.
Right.
But it doesn't. It's still a handmade business. It just doesn't have to be your hands. So how can you scale this business? We've seen jewelry businesses, candle companies, pottery companies, clothing companies, all these different people that started off as the maker doing it all themselves, but in order to reach that higher revenue, they themselves as a maker hit a cap. So what do they have to do? They had to hire or outsource in order to scale their production to keep up with sales.
Right. You know, I think it's a thing about capacity, right? Because in the mindset of a maker, you're thinking, I have to do all those things, but there's only me. So what can you do in order to grow your business? Well, you can hire team members. You can make your process more efficient. You can outsource. There's lots of different things that you can do to really grow your business and still stay handmade. You're still making your product with hands that are not your own.
Yeah, I mean, one of our students actually said to us that what she loves as a handmade business, now she's an artist and a potter, and she said she's actually able to employ other potters that are able to use their skills to mass produce her products. They're still handmade and they're still beautiful, but now she's actually able to offer jobs to other makers, right? Imagine your impact to other makers that you could give them something to do. So here's the thing to think about, right? We need you to keep up with production, and you don't want to spend all your time in your basement or in your living room making. So we'd love for you to think through, do I need to hire someone to help scale my production? Are there parts of my production that I can scale in a different way? Like some part of it is manufactured and brought in while you do the rest of it handmade. Or can you hire a team to make it, or can you outsource a portion of it, right? It can still all be handmade. It's just a different way to think about it.
Yeah, and I think that will really help lift some of that anxiousness when it comes to growing your handmade business. You can still be handmade. You can still hire if you want to. You can instead outsource. It can look any way that you want it to be, and still you are the person that gets to work out of your zone of genius. You're the maker with the vision, with the designing, and you get to have a team or whoever else make those handmade goods for you.
Yeah, the world needs and wants what you have to make and sell and share. So if you are resonating with this, what we'd love to know, if you'd leave it in the comments, if you were to scale, would you hire someone in-house or would you outsource it? So go ahead and down below write team, like you want to hire someone on your team, or outsource. So team or outsource. And if this video was helpful to you, would you mind sharing it with someone special that this could help them and kind of lift that cap on their mind too, that makers can actually be millionaires? All right, thanks friends.